Well, howdy nerds. Welcome back to World of Tanks, I guess. I gave up playing for a while, like a month, and then I decided to go back and play a bit. Yesterday, I still had premium time on for some reason. Means I wasted a month of premium time. Very efficient use of premium time by a free-to-play player. I got the tortoise. I had a bit of credits. I just wanted to play it again for some reason. And it was a bit fun. Got few aces today. Yesterday I was playing lava and all in the burning mode. So this is the tortoise. I'm going towards the middle. I'm not sure where their team is and if their mediums and light would be. Okay, the medium is here and light is also spotted. So it's good now that I'm in the middle, because I can also push with my heavy tanks who are doing their job, maybe, except for this VK, I guess. I mean, he's doing similar thing, he just doesn't boast armor that much. He can be easily penetrated by the... Oh, we have several tier 9s. Yes, he can easily penetrate by all the tier 9s we got. All the tier 9s in this match. This E50 is getting bullied. Quite a good bit of RNG. Don't know why I switched the HESH shell over there. I can easily penetrate him. That's the end of that good dude. Now, if you didn't notice, there are two tanks and both are Waffle Tractor Panzers, and they're a very strong tank, like I've said many times before. And I'm pretty sure at least one would be in the corner side at the 7th area, and one would be in spawn, so I wouldn't be trying to push from here. That's why I'm angling a bit, just in case you would shoot heat or AP rounds. I can bounce, but I didn't get hit, so I get a bit more cocky and try to push a bit more further. E75 punishes me for it, which is nice. At least one of their players was paying attention. Then I should have aimed for the tracks. He could have spun out a bit, and then if he didn't have any repair kits, then I could have shot him again, but not. I wasn't doing that much thinking while playing the game. Also got nice HESH round on that M3 those Yo tanks. Notice the T92 has decided to completely ditch the middle and go for the FCM. Maybe the FCM was trying to bully him and failed, because that tank has auto ricochet angles. Quite a few players were struggling with it when it used to have 76mm of armor, which is not a lot. But for that kind of sloping, it can bounce pretty much anything. RIP FCM. Now I can't stay here because the T92 can come behind me and shoot with HE, as this tank doesn't have armor, just like AD15. I mean, it does have a bit of armor, it's just not efficient use of armor. It's pretty much flat, and in the rear is like 15 or 30 millimeters thick, and it's a bit sloped, so you get 76mm of armor out of it. In case of tank like 152mm guns, they can spank HE at you. Now I've turned here, maybe the T92 will try to spank me. Then I get a bit more, want to get that, secure that kill. Quite didn't manage it. Tried to fire a HESH round in the bush. That surprisingly missed. Then I shot him. You'll see the tracer, I mean the mark where I got hit. I tried to shoot again, then the KPFPZ is suggesting me to commit suicide for some reason. Like, we did saw where the T92 was. We did saw the position of Waffle Tractors. Now if I go towards the middle, it's pretty much a suicide. Reason being is my team is not effectively positioned, so I can't get support from them, and the entire team is in a crossfire if I go towards the spawn. Then the T92 gets spotted, so I'm backing off. I tried to aim there, but replay seems to be a bit laggy. I tried to aim with HE, so I damage it. Maybe the T92 would spun out, and I'm sitting over here because I'm not very committed to go ahead and try to kill him. As the Waffle is in the spawn, he can shoot me if I go towards him. I didn't get spotted, and I didn't spot it, So I tried to be a bit ballsy, trying to risk. So I go forward, trying to get out of the line of fire of Waffle in the spawn. Then the Emil suggests me even stupid idea to take the base. Then I spot the T92, he spots me, shoot HESH. Nice penetration. Then I do stupid thing, which I was saying, that I should not be pushing in the open from where Waffle can shoot in the spawn. Okay, the Waffle moved a bit, and he is prioritizing other targets, which is fine. He's supporting his buddy. I'll try to do the same. I don't want to stay here. Maybe that dude will come around and poke me. And I also want to get rid of this Waffle. He has been pain, and I can't really spot him from that distance, and he's really painful. I already missed 2 HESH shots on him. Now, the WZ survives a bit. I know the Waffle was here in this corner, so I can pretty much tank him. I have enough damage per minute, but the Waffle also has good enough damage per minute, so I need, I guess, 1 bounce from him. And he pokes here a bit, but the replay is a bit laggy. I hit him, then I turn. Luckily, he messes up his heat shell. That should have easily obliterated my armor, but that was a bit luck. Nice. You would notice that I'm using HESH shell despite that mark showing me that Waffle is running the Spall liner. The thing is, there are a few tanks which do enough HE damage, so even with the effect of Spall liner, you do as much damage as the AP round. But then you will ask me, why even use the AP round? Why even use the HESH round when it does as much damage as the AP? Well, the good thing about the HESH shell is that it explodes on contact. They are tiny fragments it created. They go out and they hit multiple modules. This way you can break multiple modules with HESH shells or HE shells. You won't get the similar kind of treatment with AP. So that's why I was using HE. There are a few tanks in tier 9 who have 120mm gun, and they do a bit more HE damage, like the Tortoise. It does 515, T57 does 515, and AMX50 does 515. I'm pretty sure the other British tanks also do the similar kind of 515. So that's why I was using it, to do more module damage, so I can completely cripple that guy or force him to use consumables. Now, about the results of the game, we got the Ace Mastery, we got the High Caliber, we got the Confederate Medal, I don't know how to pronunciate it, got 3 kills, got a bit of credit somehow. Maybe I wasn't using any APCR shells, and did a bit of damage, 6,500. And talking about the team, KPFPZ is from U side. I think that clan is good, but this player was like completely in the opposite end of good. And the Waffle played well, I guess. I was not very happy with him, the way he tried rushing in the open in the Waffle. Like, I'm fine that he's playing second or front line in the Waffle. That is something you should do, but you should only do it on the hill, because otherwise the Waffle completely is out of its favorable terms. Like, the Waffle has gun depression, has fully rotational turret, and has very high damage per shot shells. So what you would want to do is not completely quickly, poke in, poke out from a hill and spank the target. That was not the Waffle doing, but he did fairly well. 2,400 damage is quite respectable at tier 10, when others are doing like 300, 700. Not to bully the FCM or VK, but they were kind of in bad matchmaking for this. And others have no... what's this word? I'll edit what word I was trying to say. Well, I just finished the video, and guess what? My SD card decided that all the video files should not be here, and it deleted everything, even the final rendered video. So I had to redo everything. Please enjoy the rest of the video. Well then, let's talk about the tank itself. Tortoise. It's a weird type of tank. It's like a very weak version of finesse tank, like the old Tiger 1 used to be when it didn't have the unnecessary armor buff. Now, let's talk about the Tortoise alone. It is quite healthy, sitting at 800 hit points at tier 9. It actually has second highest view range, but it's a tank destroyer. It's not like you're going to spot with it. It fires 3 types of shells, AP, APCR and HESH. Well, it's HESH actually. The good thing is that it fires APCR, and the penetration is on the low end, but it normalizes, so slightly sloped armor, I mean the armor which is not over 70 degrees, it can be penetrated. It becomes even less angled when APCR shells are being fired at it. AP pen is kinda bad, 259 for a tank destroyer. For a tank destroyer it's kinda bad, but it works, both of them. The HESH is nice, it has 120 penetration, but I run calibrated, so you get 132, which is sometimes useful. Caliber is on the low end. You have a 120mm gun. It's like the second last highest caliber gun. You have pretty decent rate of fire. Your damage per minute is the second highest. The highest is the SU-122-54, which relies on mobility and similar kind of gun and camouflage. Then the second is Tiga. That is better Tortoise. It has armor actually. The gun is a bit heavy hitting, 460, and the penetration is ridiculous on it. Okay, now about the Tortoise. What is the good thing about it? The good thing about it is the gun. Everything else, no, not really. The gun has quick aim time, very good dispersion, kinda bad in movement, but it's pretty good anyway. The gun angles, that is elevation and depression, are very good, 10 degrees and 20 degrees on the elevation. Arc is pretty good, 20 degrees left and right. Rest of the tank, for example, concealment, which is needed for a tank destroyer, is kinda meh. The armor is pants, and the mobility the mobility is super duper omega pants. It does 20 kilometers per hour, okay, and the hull traverse is kind of bad as well, 33 degrees. You can be easily circled. Let's talk a bit more about the armor. This tank would actually be better if it didn't have the massive cupola. Like the cupola has 101mm bit and it has 170mm bit, and it is completely flat. So HESH firing guns can easily penetrate it here. Even the Tortoise can penetrate itself over here. But the 100mm bit is on the left and right side of the center. Then you have a sloped bit on the right side of the Tortoise, and you have a flat bit on the left side. There is a weak part on the roof. The roof is entirely 38mm, so any gun bigger than the number on the screen can easily overmatch it with APCR shells. The back is weak, like I mentioned in the video. Can be penetrated. You can angle it, but then it would require you to hide the cupola, but then flat bit would stick out, and it's like 252mm thick at 25 degrees, so forget about bouncing anything. The only thing this armor is good against is tier 8s and maybe against tier 9 meds, but as soon as the load goes, you're pretty much paper. Then you're relying on the movement bit, like you need to wiggle a bit left and right to throw off the enemy target. That's it. That's how you do the angling on the tortoise. You either find the hill and angle up and try to shoot and do a bit of wiggle left and right to throw off the aim, so their shell would hit near the gun bit, or the gun bit and slightly around it. It's a bit angled, or you will get penetrated. There is also that I sometimes bait with my overextended drive wheels. So I'll turn the tank a bit too towards right or a bit too towards left, and the enemy think that they can penetrate it, and then I quickly change it back. But this relies on the fact that I need to change it before the enemy shoots, which is no way guarantee every time. What is the line like? 82 is kinda nice, then the 88 is kinda bad, because it has two weak spots just like the top. Okay, never mind, they actually buffed it, and they buffed it a lot. It's like an 82 at this point, so you can play that as well, I guess. Then there is 87, that is actually nice tank, because both of your weak spots are on the same side, so you can hide them with a wall and poke with your gun. Then there is the 80-15, that is basically a tier 8 tortoise at this point. They have buffed the damage per minute, so that's kinda nice. You might enjoy it. If you enjoy it, then the tortoise is exactly the same, just does a bit more damage. And then there's the tortoise. Then there's the 183, which is completely changed in style, but it's very nice to play. So, how do you play it? Well, I don't have a clear play style to it. It depends. If there is a lot of TDs, like 3, then I would not be frontlining. I won't be frontlining the tortoise. And if it's open, same case, won't be frontlining, would be sitting at the back, letting my heavies take the hit, and then later pull out and do their job for them. If it's closed or hilly area, then I will prioritize hilly area, then I will prioritize the closed one, and I would generally keep a hard cover near me, so if I get caught out or my team dies, I would have chance against mediums for a while. I mean, you can do a bit of damage, help your team. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Come again next time. Bye.